Antonio Meucci was born in 1808 in Florence, Italy. He studied design and mechanical engineering at the Academy of Belle Arti in Florence and was a stage technician at the city's Teatro della Pergola. He and his costume designer wife, Esther, had lived in Cuba with a traveling theater company until Antonio felt New York would bring him fame and fortune for his many inventions he was actively developing. He already invented a coffee and tea filtration system, the first to introduce battery power for trains, an oil kerosene lamp burner to brighten an entire room using a single lamp, loudspeakers for public address systems, a marine telegraph so that vessels wouldn't collide in fog and storms. He also invented a formula to produce smokeless, perfectly cylindrical candles and opened a small factory for their production on his property in Staten Island. This would earn him a moderate income while continuing to perfect his inventions. But it was his fascination with science that drove him. He was exploring new ways to alleviate pain, utilizing electroshock treatments, much in the same way as Volta and Louis Galvani had demonstrated before him, something that today we commonly use for resuscitating heart attack victims. But this was all still new and exciting for Meucci back then. He was determined, especially to help alleviate his wife's growing arthritic pains. One day, a man suffering from a migraine headache sought treatment from Meucci. Meucci gave the man 2 small copper electrodes and told him to hold one in his hand and put the other in his mouth. Meucci then went into a room down the hall, took another set of electrodes, and held one and put the other in his mouth. He hooked up both sets of wires to an electro battery that sent a mild, stimulating current to himself and the patient. Meucci heard the shout of surprise from the other man in the room through the electrode in his mouth. He had discovered the electrophonic effect, a phenomenon he later called physiophony, or hearing through the body. The suffering man was elated after feeling relieved of his pain, but Meucci was even more euphoric because he discovered that sound could travel on a copper wire. It was 1849, and Meucci had found the basis of the telephone. It would later prove the most important development of the 20th century, and Alexander Graham Bell was only 2 years old. Today, the museum is a national landmark, owned and operated by the Order Sons of Italy in America. The Garibaldi Meucci Museum preserves the legacy of Antonio Meucci. Visitors can view Meucci's models, as well as numerous drawings and photographs depicting his life. The Garibaldi Meucci Museum offers a variety of programs, including school trips to the museum, educational programs specifically designed for children to learn who Antonio Meucci was, puppetry workshops, painting classes, also adult programs such as Italian language classes, lecture series, art exhibits, and cultural events with guest speakers. As one of the new 1,000, you can leave a lasting impression and purchase a brick in the Garibaldi Meucci Museum Recognition Walkway, an inspiring sidewalk on the beautifully landscaped lawn in front of the museum. The walkway will be paved with the commemorative bricks that you donate. You can personalize your brick to contain your name, special dates, or a brief message. Your brick can honor a family member, a friend, or yourself. It will serve as a permanent memory of someone or something special to you. Please sponsor a piece of the Garibaldi Meucci Museum Recognition Walkway and leave a legacy that future visitors will come to see, while at the same time showing your support of the Italian-American culture. It's a gift and a memorial that will last many lifetimes. You can also choose to become a member of the Garibaldi Meucci Museum in the following categories. For further information, please contact us at 718-442-1608 or visit our website at www.garibaldimeuccimuseum.org. The Garibaldi Meucci Museum, preserving the past for the future.